As we journey through life, we cannot deny the existence of dark times. Despite our tendency to focus solely on the light side, the trials and tribulations of life gradually assault and overcome us. As Jung observed, it is high time we realize the futility of merely praising and preaching about the light without truly seeing it. Rather, we must teach ourselves the art of seeing. In today's world, it has become increasingly common for people to display only the pleasant parts and highlights of their lives. This one-sidedness creates an artificial view of life where our dark side is buried and considered taboo in society. However, as we see others with seemingly amazing lives, we become even more resentful and disappointed with ourselves. We start to view our behavior as socially unacceptable and attempt to conceal our emotions and contradict our real selves. This leads to the formation of the persona, a false social mask that makes us appear more likable to others, but ultimately harms our mental stability and negatively impacts our entire life. By unconsciously letting others live our lives for us, we become inauthentic and mere numbers in the crowd. It is impossible to progress towards self-realization if we are presenting ourselves as someone different from who we truly are. When we finally realize that we have been living a lie, the false mask shatters and we come face to face with the emptiness of ourself, which may lead to an existential crisis. Authenticity is the key to self-realization. By breaking free from the false persona, we open the path towards discovering our true selves. We must embrace our dark side and integrate it with the light, for it is only in the acceptance of our whole being that we can embark on a truly transformative journey. It is crucial to have an honest and reflective view of oneself. Often, we tend to focus on the positive aspects of life and ignore the darker, more challenging parts. However, it is a fact that we all go through dark times and face trials and tribulations that can overwhelm us. Carl Jung rightly pointed out that it is pointless to focus solely on the light side and ignore the shadow. To achieve psychic wholeness and progress towards self-realization, we must confront our dark side and acknowledge it rather than repress it. We must take responsibility for our imperfections and realize that nobody is perfect. By doing so, we can bring relief to others and show them that they are not alone in their struggles. Life is not about achieving perfection but about attaining completeness. To be whole, we must embrace our thorns in the flesh and confront our suffering, defects, insecurities, and repressions. Only then can we progress and ascend towards enlightenment. It is not by imagining figures of light that we become enlightened, but by making the darkness conscious. The shadow is an integral part of our personality, and we must not mistake it as an enemy or an evil entity. It is everything we do not wish to be, and it follows us around all our life, both literally and metaphorically. To go against the shadow means to go against oneself. We must acknowledge our capacity for good and evil and choose not to do evil, which is the true moral position. Therefore, authenticity is the key to self-realization. In our journey through life, we are all like human beings, sometimes resisting and other times giving love, depending on the situation. The shadow within us only becomes hostile when we ignore or misunderstand it. Oftentimes, we may experience nightmares where we are being chased or confronted by scary monsters or shadowy figures. However, when we confront these figures and question them, they begin to take on a more amiable appearance. Honoring and accepting our shadow is a profound spiritual discipline. The shadow of an aggressive person may contain tenderness, relatedness, and sincerity, while the shadow of a shy person may be assertive, responsible, and confident. It has a compensatory role and represents everything that we lack. The shadow contains pure gold as psychological insight waiting to be integrated into our personality. This inner gold is all of our potential and ideal self that we strive to become. For this reason, the shadow is our ally on the journey of life. The less we acknowledge our shadow, the more likely it is to burst forth, certainly in a moment of unawareness. Everyone carries a shadow, and the less it is embodied in the individual's conscious life, the blacker and denser it becomes. It must be us who integrate our shadow, and not the other way around. Self-control is a rare and remarkable virtue. The result of ignoring our shadow is psychological projection, where we unconsciously attribute our own unacceptable thoughts and feelings to other people. Projection is always easier than assimilation. By pointing our finger to other people, we reduce the discomfort and anxiety about ourselves and avoid taking responsibility to admit that we are in the wrong. Our world takes on an illusory existence, and what is being spun is a cocoon that, in the end, will completely envelop us. This can also negatively affect the relationships we have with our friends or loved ones, which we often take for granted. We do not value what we have until we lose it, and once we do, the whole world takes on a dog appearance, and we fall into a depression filled with sadness, self-hatred, and regret. Projection can also appear collectively when people think that they are wrong and must be changed. However, we must remember that change always starts with the individual. The more we integrate our shadow and strive towards psychic wholeness, the more we can progress on our spiritual journey towards becoming our ideal selves. The tendency to project our own shadow onto others is a dangerous aspect of the modern psyche, as it can lead to conflict, chaos, and intolerance. To truly experience light and happiness, we must confront our own shadow and integrate its energy into our being. The collective shadow, if left unchecked, can lead to disastrous consequences for humanity. But by doing the inner work of shadow integration, we can awaken dormant qualities within ourselves and positively influence those around us. We must learn to allow ourselves to experience the creative depression of the soul's cry for growth, rather than trying to cure it. For only by facing and integrating our dark side can we become our authentic selves and rise from the ashes like a phoenix. Shadow work is the spiritual discipline of self-awareness, radical honesty, and paying attention to our dreams. When we confront our shadow and question its nature, we can transform it into pure psychological gold waiting to be integrated into our personality. The energy and stamina gained from this integration can be used for our daily tasks and work. The journey of shadow integration is a profound spiritual discipline. It allows us to honor and accept all parts of ourselves, even the aspects we consider undesirable. By doing so, we can live more authentic lives, positively influence those around us, and contribute to a more harmonious world. As Carl Jung said, if enough people do their inner work, we can make it through even the cataclysmic times of our present age. As we embark on our journey of self-discovery, it is important to delve deep into the recesses of our unconscious mind to gain a greater understanding of ourselves, the world around us, and the people we encounter. We must acknowledge our dark side if we are to achieve true wholeness. To deny this aspect of ourselves is to deny our very being, for it is in the meeting point of light and dark that we experience the most profound insights in life. This union of opposites gives rise to the self, the totality of our personality and the ultimate goal of human psychological development. In fact, the purpose of human existence itself is to kindle a light in the darkness of mere being. By embracing our shadows and integrating them into our conscious awareness, we can achieve a greater sense of purpose and fulfillment. Exploring the depths of our unconscious mind and integrating our shadows is a profound spiritual discipline that can lead to a more whole and authentic existence. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe to our channel, and share it with others who may benefit from this knowledge. I also encourage you to leave a comment and share your own reflections or questions. Remember, the journey towards self-awareness and personal growth is ongoing and requires dedication and effort. But by embarking on this path, we can create a brighter, more enlightened future for ourselves and those around us. Thank you for watching and joining me on this journey.